Hi, and welcome to Female Entrepreneurs Magazine, your go to platform for ambitious women who are ready to take the business world by storm. I'm your host, Angel France, and each week we'll dive into the latest strategies, stories, and success secrets from the most inspiring female entrepreneurs around the world. Welcome to the Real Female Entrepreneurs. Today's guest is on a mission to prove that my youth never ends. She is the founder of MYNE Beauty, a brand for women in their prime who refuse to let the industry tell them how to age. With over 30 years in beauty, wow, including 18 at Estee Lauder. Okay, even more wow. She created award-winning skincare and makeup innovations, holds multiple patents, and now leads a movement redefining beauty after 50. She's a visionary, a disruptor. You guys know how I love disruptors, and a woman who saw an aha moment and built a brand around it. Please help me welcome the radiant Liz Martin. Welcome, Liz.
Thank you. Thank you for having me on.
Oh my God, we're going to have fun, guys. I can tell you that now. First off, the MYNE, it's spelled MYNE. What does it stand for?
My youth never ends. And it doesn't. Why should it, right?
It shouldn't. It shouldn't.
Yeah.
Life
Yeah.
is too much fun. And I mean, aging is one thing, but being youthful is another. Am I right? Is that where you're going for here, Liz?
It's a state of mind.
Yep.
Youth is really all about how look, we are older. I'm almost 60, but I don't have to, I don't need a card to show everybody that I'm that age. But I just know that mentally and physically and spiritually, I still feel like I'm young. So I guess by default, I am young,
Well, you
right?
are. Like you said, if you think you are, you are.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. It's
All
all
right.
in how you think about aging.
I need to hear the aha moment that got you out of the corporate realm and
Yeah.
brought you into this world.
Well, it wasn't so much like one lightning bolt. It was a slow burn. And, I've spent years watching the beauty industry talk to everyone but women like me. We've either been erased or airbrushed or told to fight aging like it was a battle that we could win. We can't win that battle. Are you kidding me? So one day I just thought, enough. We deserve products that work with our skin right now,
Yeah.
not the skin that we had when we were 25. And that fire, it's still burning, but it's burning a little later in life.
So you were talking, so I talked about mine, which spelled MYNE. How did
Yeah.
the name come up?
I, you know, in thinking about age, again, uh, my youth, just because I'm getting older, what is it about us that we still carry with us that is ours from when we were younger? And it's our youth. It's the way we think. It's our mentality. And I just, I'm talking with family and friends, and I thought, my youth never ends. Yes, my time as a youngster ends, but my youth never ends. And suddenly I kind of put together MYNE, and it was mine suddenly. It wasn't for a younger generation. It wasn't for my young daughter who's 27 or my niece who's 30. It's for us. It's mine. It belongs to me. So that fun little double entendre came into play. And so the idea of it being yours, it's ours, it's mine, became sort of this beautiful little mantra. And that's how we came up with the name, mine.
That is beautiful. I love that. I think it's unique. It's just
Thanks.
unique.
Yeah.
And let's talk about youth. Okay. So everything you've learned,
Yeah.
what would you go back and tell your 18-year-old self?
So I would say, look, You're 18. You are not too butchy because I had short mullet hair. I was a swimmer, so I had big shoulders. You're not too much. You're not behind in any way. You're no less smart than the guy next to you or the girl next to you in class. Your worth isn't hanging on what everyone else thinks. And trust me, wear sunscreen. Wear it every day.
Oh my God.
Your older self will thank you.
I mean, I'm a redhead, so that was beaten to my brain. You
Yeah.
better wear sunscreen.
Yeah. I tell myself again, because listen, even though I've been wearing sunscreen since the day I started working at Lauder, there were times when I was 18 that I didn't wear it. And, it shows. It shows later on in life.
Yeah, it really does. And
Yeah.
don't just do your face. Oh my God, you better do
The
your
whole thing.
whole thing.
The whole thing. The neck. Oh my God. Don't forget your neck. I would specifically tell my 18-year-old self that.
Yeah, don't forget your neck. Don't forget your decollete, whatever, upper chest.
Yes.
Don't forget
Yes.
any of it.
Exactly. Exactly.
All right. What's one key decision or strategy that you made in business that actually helped move that needle that maybe somebody told you it wasn't going to work, or maybe you thought maybe it wasn't going to work, but it did?
For my business, you mean?
Yeah.
Well, look, there's always skeptics, and skeptics are good because they keep us honest. But, somebody said to me once, do you really think that there's enough business in women 50 plus that you really think you can turn this into a business? And I thought, yes, there are 75 million of us. And that's not that's not thinking of the boomers, and that's not thinking of the older Gen Xers. So yeah, I think there are enough women my age, because there were several people who said, don't discount the younger people who might also want to use your products. You may want to have a younger model. Hell no, I do not want to have a younger model. Everybody has younger models. No, the
Mhm.
whole point of this is that I want to see myself being reflected in the products that I want to use for a change. And so I just put my foot down and I said, if I'm going to do this, I really am going to do it my way. And I'm going to be very true to who this customer is. No model can be below 50 years old. And they're not. None of my models are below 50, including myself. And we're really going to go after her and talk to her very explicitly, And so yeah, that's what we did.
And it's working. It's successful. It's amazing.
Yeah, it is. It is, and there are a lot of women who are surprised and they're like, wow, I didn't know that you could have makeup or skincare just for older people. And I'm like, well, why not? Like,
We need we actually need more moisture usually. We need more
yeah.
stuff, anti-aging, than the younger kids.
And it's more than that. Here's the thing. As we get older, I'm sitting here wearing reading glasses because I'm looking at the screen thinking, okay, God forbid something moves or changes. I don't want to have to be doing this all the time, like putting them on, taking them off. Imagine you're in a restaurant and you want to put lipstick on and you have glasses and your glasses are somewhere in your purse and the restaurant is dimly lit and you pull out a compact to look at yourself. Can you see yourself in a compact? No,
Probably not.
no, of course not. So, you know what we did? Because again, it's not just about the formulas, it's about the entire experience that as you get older, people have forgotten. The mirror is magnified. The
Oh,
mirror
no.
is magnified so we can see ourselves.
OMG.
It's a game changer. The fact that nobody has one out there is sort of a head scratcher because, again, like, sure, maybe somebody thought about it, but didn't think that there would be enough business to generate behind it. But again, there's 75 million of us, and I can't see myself in a restaurant. So I made a compact that actually has a cream lip and cheek and I can just put it on whether I have my readers on or not, and off I go, just like any other woman, you know?
Yep. Okay. So I'm going to sell this even more for you right now because I I was actually looking at a YouTube and they had this girl, she gets real after 50. Okay.
Okay.
And she was saying, okay, look, I just want to be honest with you. If you're not looking in this area and seeing a black hair grow, and please, you better be using a magnifying mirror and you better have a compact that's magnified. And you have two in one. You have the lipstick,
Ta-da!
the other. Ta-da!
Ta-da! Yeah, yeah, we need it. We need it, and we deserve it.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
do. That is fabulous. Okay. So yeah. So all my women out there who, yeah, you need this. Okay. I'm 61. I need it. We all need it.
We all need it. Yes. It's just life. It's just what happens.
Mhm.
Our eyesight gets bad. And so, why not have a brand that's thoughtful to you?
Okay, guys, she's thoughtful to 50 and over. You need her. And just so you know, we are not dying young
No.
because we're taking better care of ourselves. So we're living to our 80s and 90s. I'm so sorry. My cute 80 and 90-year-old people that I know are still walking around with their little lipstick on. Okay.
Yeah.
They might
Yeah.
not do the whole collage, but they're definitely doing their lipstick and putting it on their you did that perfect because they believe in that all in one.
Yeah. Yeah.
That the lips can go on the cheeks and so forth.
Yep, and they can. And you wanna hear something really cute? We
Uh-huh.
named it we named it Haute Flash. So instead of calling it a hot flash, it's called a haute flash. So it's haute couture hot flash.
I'm in
So
love.
a younger person may not get it, and they don't really need to get it, but if you're
Mhm.
perimenopausal, menopausal, or even postmenopausal, you'll get it. You'll get it, and it should be fun, you know?
Yeah.
It's fun for us.
Yeah. I'm tired of talking about all my hot flashes, so we're not gonna talk about it.
I hear you.
All right. So tell me about a myth that most entrepreneurs, I mean, they're usually in the workplace and they come out into having their own business. What is a myth that you think that needs to be kicked to the curb that they believe?
I think balance is a myth, if I'm being honest.
I
I
please.
yeah, I think balance is a myth. It's very hard to balance. I think rhythm is real. And like some days my business gets 90% of me. Some other days I have to go in my garden and take care of something. Other days I'm with some clients who need my help. So I've stopped trying to sort of have it all and try to quote balance it all. And I just decided that it matters today. Today is what matters. So if I need to give everything to my business today, right now, that's what I'm going to do. That's my rhythm for today. And then tomorrow it'll calm down and I won't need to give it so much attention. I'll give the attention to someplace else. So rhythm for me is real.
That is real because you sometimes you're like off on a tangent, something has to be done and you
Yep.
have to get that done.
Yes.
And then another day, it's like, okay, I have a breather. So yes, I can do something personal today. You
Yeah.
know, it
Yeah.
just it just all depends. Now, sometimes that is hard for family to understand. So how do you deal with that? Not necessarily balance it. How do you deal with that?
Well, I got to tell you, starting a business when you're in your late 50s, I'm sure is very different than if I had done this when my kids were younger and and they needed me more. I mean, my kids are grown and flown. My daughter lives in Texas. My son, while he still lives at home, he's got a career and a full-time job and he's got a life. And, my husband has a life too. So So everyone is really very supportive of what I'm doing because I'm not neglecting anybody. Everybody's just on the sidelines cheering me and helping me, quite frankly.
That's
So
awesome.
yeah, it is. It really is. And they all think it's really cool and fun. And yeah, they're just a great support team. But I can imagine if I were younger and trying to do this when I had young children, that would be very difficult. I admire anyone who can do that, honestly.
So what I'm hearing from you is that you gathered the support from your family first, basically. They support you 100%.
Oh, yeah. And I talked about it. I talked about doing this for a long time by saying, again, it goes back to that slow build. I kept saying, God, I came back from this meeting and they're all a bunch of like 25 to 30-year-olds. And they're asking me about new innovation for skincare for that demographic. And, after a while, it gets hard to talk about it because I don't feel it anymore for those young people, and they just want to talk about how we have to prevent damage, and we have to prevent aging from happening. And I'm thinking, oh guys, if you only knew that in 20 years, you're gonna regret those words because you can't prevent it. You can prevent some of the signs, yes, but you should learn how to embrace it and start learning now as you're younger to embrace it. But you can't say that.
Yeah.
And so I come home and I tell my stories all the time, and my kids laugh, my husband laughs at me, and then finally I said, look, I think I can do this, and they were all like, go for it, why not, you can do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I like it. Yeah, that leads me right into the next thing. If somebody's sitting there on the edge, they're in a corporate job and they're like
yeah,
going, I really want to do this. I've been wanting to do this for so long, and they're on the edge. What's a suggestion for them to take the leap?
jump, just do it. Honestly, I mean, you and I know you could talk yourself in or out of anything. It's right here. And the only way to truly do it is just to do it. You got to just take the leap of faith, the leap of your faith, and just do it. It's not going to be easy, but if you have even just a somewhat of a plan, it's enough. You just have to jump.
Yeah. And I'm sure you're like me, not everything's perfect.
No,
I'm
how
sure
could
you've
it?
had I'm sure you've had prototypes that you've
Mhm,
rejected.
mhm. Yes, absolutely. I've been to the I've driven chemists crazy with formulations, modifying things, changing them, saying they're approved, only to then go back a week later and say, "Nah, I've been using it. I don't really like it. I want to change it." Oh yeah, oh yeah. It's a lot of work, but I love it, and I think as long as you love something, how could it be wrong?
It's not.
Right? It
It's
can't be
not.
wrong.
Yeah. If there's a passion, there's a reason that you have that passion. It was given
Yeah,
to you for a reason.
yeah, yeah.
So just jump.
Just jump. Yeah. You'll never feel fully ready. So
Um,
so, and if you've already jumped and you're sort of in that messy middle area, just keep going. It'll get better, but you got to keep going. Do not stop. Do not stop where you are. If you truly believe it, keep going.
keep going, jump. I love that. That is like one of the things, and don't try to be perfect because it's not going to be. I
No.
mean, she just told you she tries a product and she doesn't like it. She's not letting it go to the market that way, but she's trying it. And I'm sure you have other people trying it.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
The-
if something nags at you, listen to that little inner voice. Don't let it go. If something's bothering you, figure out what's bothering you and fix that. But to your point, it's never going to be perfect. So you got to get rid of that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep. That mindset needs to go in the trash. That's it.
Mhm. The perfection thing, that's something you strive for when you're yeah. I mean, right now I'm just trying to keep all the pieces moving in one direction, It's like herding sheep.
She's juggling.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm juggling.
She's juggling. All right, on the fun side, I know there's gonna be something fun here, Liz. Tell us something about you that would be unexpected, that, nobody would expect that you've done or anything.
Um, well, so, I live just outside of New York City, and we have a garden out here that we take very seriously, and we process over 80% of what we grow. We either can it, preserve it, freeze it, dry it, so that we eat it all throughout the winter. Yep. And then we start all over in January and February. We grow by seed all the stuff we harvest, and yeah. So, and I know how to butcher a chicken
Oh,
because we have chickens too.
oh, wow. Okay, let's talk about that. What are you planning? Tell me what you plan out there.
So I have a huge section of my garden is for tomatoes, and they're all like the canning tomatoes, so
Mhm.
Romas and um, all the big plump tomatoes that are for canning. And I can about anywhere between 70 to 75 quarts of tomato sauce a year. I grow all kinds of squash and pumpkin, so I can the pumpkin and the squash, carrots. I make stuffed cabbage, my Czech and Russian heritage. So I freeze all the stuffed cabbage throughout the winter. Yeah, I mean, we're hardcore.
I love that. I love
Yeah,
it. Your spaghetti sauce must be, like, to die for.
it's and we grow our own garlic and our own onions, our own basil, everything. So literally, what goes into that jar is from our backyard.
Oh,
It's
yum.
such a labor of love, but my husband is really passionate about it. So am I. Even my kids love it too. So
That's amazing.
mhm.
That's I mean, I'm, like, sitting here going, "Oh my god, the time that
Yeah,
takes."
but it does take time, but it's for me, it's my outlet. When I get nervous, right, for work, I could go to the kitchen and eat something, or I could go for a walk. For me, I go out into the garden and I putz, and then I start thinking and I ruminate over, and it clears my mind, it calms me down. It's my meditation out there, honestly. And as soon as when I started the business, I found myself out there more and more throughout the day, just because that was a good outlet for me to just calm down, relax, because it can be very stressful. As you know, starting a business is stressful.
It is, and getting your plans in place and
Yeah.
and the systems in place. It's yeah, but
Mhm.
it's trial and error, don't you think?
Yeah, I think the majority of it is,
Mhm,
unless you have somebody who's helping you along the way, like Julie, who's done this before. i- if you're doing it yourself, yeah, you're fumbling through it,
mhm.
but that's
Yep.
okay.
I
Yeah.
love truth. I love truth on here, so we're just speaking the truth. There you go.
Yeah.
All right, give us a sneak peek into this awesome product line and what we need to look forward to in the future.
So in the future, we're going to be doing a lot of like um, creating makeup tutorials,
Mm,
yeah.
mm,
Um, but tutorials for pro aging, for makeup that's just unapologetically pro aging. We don't need 500 steps. We don't. We need things that are simplified for us, that just look great on us for our particular age. So we're working on that. You'll be seeing, lots of fun tutorials coming up. And again, we're developing lots of new products, interesting products, not just products for the sake of it being out there, but just like we were really thoughtful about the compact, you're going to see some really interesting and thoughtful products for for newer products as well.
Yeah, I can't wait. That's going to be so cool because I mean, the thought that's going into this for aging 50 and over so they can actually have it easier, not
Yes.
harder.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's make it easier. Thank you. Oh, so all right. I know you're going to have some cool songs. You mind telling me about a song or songs that you love?
Well, I'll be honest with you, anything from Pearl Jam that I always, I picture myself, they always say picture yourself doing something or like being on stage. And so I've often pictured myself on stage with a huge crowd of women, and the music in the background is Pearl Jam.
What's your favorite song?
Um, um, God, I don't know. I love them all.
Okay, so we can just pick one.
Jeremy, pick one. Pick one.
Pick one. We'll just pick something from Pearl Jam. We'll
Something.
pick all of them from Pearl Jam. Throw them on there.
Thank you. And then I do have to say that that song by Beyonce, "Who Runs the World? We Run the World,"
Yeah.
because I mean, I love Beyonce, but that song in particular, I don't know, I kind of love it because it basically says, "Yeah, we run the world."
Mhm. We
Hmm.
do.
Yeah,
So
and when
there
it's
you go.
loud, it's a really fun anthem.
It really is.
Hmm.
All right, book or books?
A book, yes. So there, you probably know this author, Elizabeth Gilbert. She's the one who wrote Eat, Love, Pray.
Mhm.
Uh, uh, It was fine, but I think Big Magic, which was a book she wrote after that, is actually really good,
Really?
um, because it makes you see fear as a coworker, not as a roadblock. It's
Ooh.
Yeah, yeah. It's worth a read. And then there's another book called Let My People Go Surfing. And it was written by the owner of Patagonia, the clothing
Mhm.
store.
Yeah.
And it was meant as like a manual for his coworkers, for his employees. But it's a beautiful read, and he's such an environmentalist. I'm not a environmentalist on a global scale, but I do my share of environmentalism because I do, we grow everything here at our house, and we don't use pesticides. We don't use any of it. So I don't know. I just felt drawn to that book, and it's really beautiful. It's a really great book.
Wow. I can't wait to read both of them. That's
Mm,
amazing.
good books. Yeah, quick
All
reads.
right. What about quotes?
Um, Well, George Burns said, um, everyone gets old, but you don't have to be old. And I will tell you, I put that quote in every investor deck that I have because that is our mantra as we get older. Look, we're all going to get older. That's just, but you can
Mhm.
choose to be old or you can choose to think young.
And
So,
that is the mantra for your brand,
yeah,
100%.
yeah, yeah.
Wow. All right. Superpower for 24 hours. One day, what would it be?
Um, I would probably I like time travel. And I think I'd go 20 years into the future and I'd hand the future me a glass of wine and I would ask myself, what should I stop wasting my time on?
Oh, that's
What
pearls of
should I
wisdom.
right?
That
What
is
should I
pearls of wisdom.
Mhm. Yeah, that's what I would do.
Say it again because I talked over you. Say it again so they heard it.
I'd go 20 years in the future and I would talk to my future self and I would ask, what should I stop wasting my time on?
Yeah. Okay. I got too excited because I think that is like one of the best things I have ever heard somebody say. Some people want to change time. I love that question because if we could just stop wasting time,
Yeah.
miracles could happen.
Anything could happen, right? I mean, it doesn't even have to be about work, but stop wasting your time, whatever it is, I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
I'd love to know that one.
All righty. All right. We sometimes run on empty. It's just how we roll. What is a motivation that you do? We already know it. One of them is the garden. Is there
Yeah.
another?
Well, honestly, that's my biggest one. It used to be go to the gym. It used to be work out. It used to be go for a walk. But for me, for the last few years, really, my garden is my refuge. My chickens, my little organic life back here. I really do truly find so much joy in just that relaxation of it. So that's really that's my number one go-to.
Yep. I think that would be fun. I used to do that with my grandmother. All the
Yeah.
tomatoes, all the cucumbers, all the onions, all of that. We used to go out, but my mother was because I'm a redhead, they were so antsy about, me getting burned. Oh
Oh
my
yeah.
God. I had these we're New Orleans. I had these big old hats on to keep the sun away from me that probably took up my whole head.
Yeah. Plus farming down there is hot. Hot.
Yeah.
Whew.
And they had it right outside of their home too. So yeah, it was just right there. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Love it. And, I love the fact that my mother told me she used to throw an onion from the garden inside of a pot to boil before my grandfather came home because it made the house smell like she was cooking all day.
Cooking. That's funny.
Yeah. So, and I
So
guess,
what happened when there wasn't any food?
I guess she opened a can and threw it in. I don't know.
Well, that's so funny.
Who knows? Who
Oh,
knows?
grandma's so
Eventually, she figured it out. I don't know. But
yeah.
that's what she would do. She would throw that in there, and it's like, I guess that was because, they grew them. So it wasn't
Mhm.
like they were spending a whole lot of money because,
Mhm.
they were growing them
Yeah,
themselves.
yeah.
Mhm.
Oh,
I
that's
love
funny.
it. Yeah. All right. So what is the best way for our audience to stay connected with you?
Well, you can go to hello@mynebeauty.com. If you have any questions or comments, you can check out our website, mynebeauty.com, and you can learn more about the brand there as well.
Awesome. Now, if you don't mind, do you mind leaving us with some parting brilliant words from yourself for a mic drop moment?
Stop waiting for permission,
Mm. Yeah.
especially from yourself. We sometimes are our own worst enemies. We can talk ourselves, like I said before, we can talk ourselves in and out of anything. Stop waiting for permission. Just do it.
Yeah.
Jump. You can do it. You can do it.
Yep. Jump. I like that. I like how you say jump.
Just do it. Yeah.
All right, Liz, thank you for just doing it and
Thank
jumping
you.
and taking that leap. I loved having you on.
Thank you. This was so fun. I really enjoyed it a lot.
Good. It was fun. I loved having you. Bye.
Good. All right. Take care. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of Female Entrepreneurs Magazine. I hope you found inspiration, actionable tips, and a sense of connection with our incredible community of driven women. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, leave a review, and share the episode with fellow entrepreneurs who are ready to elevate their game. Remember, your success is just the beginning, and we're here to support you in every step of the way. Until next time, keep shining, keep thriving, and remember, you have the power to create the business and life of your dreams. Stay inspired, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.